Microphone. Check. Microphone. Check. Yep, sounds to me like they're working. We have a lighter.
I mean, it should be somewhere around there.
See a bunch of torches. No.
Oh, I have it on me.
Yo, this nigga. The king of having a lighter on him and not realizing it and making everyone get up looking for a lighter, but it's in his pocket after we asked, do you have a lighter? And he looks. He goes,
So,
Happy New Year!
happy fucking New Year to everyone who has watched this show and everybody who hasn't. Fuck you, dude.
Yeah, like,
Just
what the
fuck
fuck?
You're so selfish. All you care
Asshole.
about is yourself and what you have to do with your time in your life when you're not focused on
Us.
other people.
When we have things to say,
How dare you stoop so low?
learn how to curb your ego. Failure.
I'm not doing
Just
this.
started the new year, you're already failing.
With all
Good
that
to see
being
you
said, yes, very good to see you.
Even though
And-
we can't see you. We were going to release a New Year's episode on New Year's, and we went to do it, and we were both fucked up, sick. I could remember feeling like so congested while I was doing it, like
Yeah.
even my ears. I think I caught COVID.
We probably did. Just man that shit, you know?
What are you going to do? All
Yeah.
right, NyQuil.
I was just completely out of it. I wasn't good at all.
We tried to do the show, and it just wasn't working. Like, it didn't feel good. It didn't feel fun.
Felt forced.
Yes, it was very forced. And we realized something. We were like, we don't need to release it on New Year because at any point we release it, it's going to be the New Year episode. So we could like wait till all the way of this year, December, and it would still be a New Year episode. So we realized it didn't really matter when we released this episode. And, you know, yeah, Happy New Year, guys. Like, here we are, 2022.
Mm-hmm.
The year of the two.
Yes, it is definitely going to be an exciting year for the both of us. We have a lot in store for you guys. We're going to start off the year on some new words.
Ooh, what was that word?
So I'm going to fix this real quick and hope it doesn't make a weird...
Oh, there it is.
You heard that? I was very frustrated editing the show last time because of that. So we're going to try our best not to move these much.
Yes,
But
these are not movable mics, even though they look like they're intended to move. You have to learn to settle.
yes, it's all about contentment.
Acceptance.
So with all that being said, my word is balter.
Balter. Okay.
Okay. And balter means to dance clumsily without any particular grace or skill, but usually with enjoyment. There are plenty of people who balter every time at people's weddings. You just don't know that you're doing it. So I encourage you, the next wedding that you're at, to point out those balterers. Let them know how well they are at balting.
Here's my word. My word is a foofara.
Foofara. Not free-for-all.
A foofara. A foofara is a great fuss or disturbance about something very insignificant. The island boy trying to make it to the top. Like, that's a foofara. The whole thing is that they blew up. People are watching these videos and they love it.
And it's almost a phenomenon.
It's
as to,
almost
like,
a phenomenon
why.
in itself that there's even a great disturbance or a fuss over this. You know that Island Boys isn't even their name. They don't have a group name, so that should be their group name, Foofara.
Foofara. I like that. I would listen to them if that was their name.
So Foofara guan, so guan guan dai, one ball wine boy.
Did you know
No way.
that Batman and the Predator exist in the same fictional universe since 1991? They have been featured together in 3 comic books. 3 of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the Predator's like a good guy, or are they fighting each other?
A Predator is the Predator. He
Okay.
doesn't change in Batman's universe. I want to see
Ready to fight.
Batman versus Predator. This needs to happen now. And people need to be like, what the fuck? I want everyone
like,
thrown
what's
off.
going on?
Yes.
Like, this is so stupid,
Yeah.
and they don't realize it's canonical.
And this is just my idea, but the ending should be the Predator holding Batman's head like,
What's funny is that you brought up a movie. I'm about to bring up a movie with my fact. All right, so check it out. When I watched the movie Burnt.
that's with Bradley Cooper
Yes. So I watched
as a
it.
chef.
Yes, right? And I think this was the movie where I learned about Michelin stars and how it works. I think it's up to 4
Oh,
stars.
okay,
and
right.
stuff.
Yeah,
And,
ratings and stuff for
what
restaurants.
the Michelin.
What they mean.
Yeah, and all that shit. And how important it is to these chefs and shit. Are you ready to like kind of have your mind blown just a little bit? Michelin stars are highly coveted by elite and upscale restaurants all over the world. But they're actually given out by the Michelin Tire
I
Company.
knew it. I was going to say like the Michelin Man. I fucking knew it.
Yes, they're the ones with the marshmallow-looking motherfucker tire man. So he's the one
In charge.
handing out these stars, and Bradley Cooper is losing his fucking mind trying to get this fucking tire star. Like, there's got to be something funny about that. Okay, so for those who don't know, Guinness Book of World Records is, we actually brought it up on the show before. And it's funny enough that we didn't bring up this
Yes,
fact.
yeah.
But Guinness Book of World Records is another perfect example of this. Guinness Book of World Records was run by Guinness, the beer company. And of course, if you just look at it as another thing, like the Budweiser Book of World Records, it really wouldn't blow your mind. But what's crazy is Michelin, come on, dude.
Yeah.
The invention of the Michelin star ratings coincides with the invention of the automobile. The first Michelin guide was compiled in 1900 by Michelin tire founders, French industrialist André Michelin, along with his brother Edward Michelin. The first print of the Michelin guide was 35,000 copies and included maps along with instructions on how to repair and change tires. It also included a list of restaurants, hotels, mechanics, and gas stations, along with popular routes within France. At the time, there were only a few hundred cars in all of France, so this guide was given away for free in hopes to create demand for cars. Within its first decade of existence, the Michelin Guide expanded rapidly and became available throughout Europe as well as Northern Africa. Although the guides contained valuable information about restaurants, the ultimate goal of the Michelin brothers was to generate profit for the tire business. The first Michelin star was given in 1926. The restaurants, all of which were in France, were awarded a single star if they were deemed a fine dining establishment. In 1931, a rating system was expanded to become Michelin 3-star rating that it becomes today. So it's not 4 stars, it's 3 stars. Unlike most star ratings, 1 star is not a bad thing. The Michelin stars are a huge honor for any big restaurant, and I'm talking about, if you watch this movie Burnt, you would totally understand what we mean by, like, fine dining. So it's really funny when you put it into perspective.
Yeah. So we started talking about movies. We're going to end talking about movies.
Okay, well, I would recommend Burnt, but
Yes.
that wasn't my movie.
Okay.
My movie had to do with time,
Okay.
because it's a new year,
Okay.
and it also has to do with one of the best movies about time ever created. And that
Interesting.
movie is...
Limitless with Bradley Cooper.
Oh, I'm done. That
Just
has
kidding.
nothing to do with time.
I'm just kidding. I don't know.
Back to the Future, bro. The fuck's the matter with you, bro? Great Scott! 1.21 gigawatts! And it's actually supposed to be gigawatts. but
Gigawatts, yeah.
hey, you know what? Christopher Lloyd knew what he was doing when he said that. One of the best feel-good movies of all fucking time. All 3 of them are one giant movie. Yes, okay, there's the thing about part 3 not being as good as part 1 and 2, but still, it is a classic jumble of movies that you really can't watch part 1 and part 2 without wanting to at least see part 3. One of the first of its kind to do the whole, okay, if I go back in time, where does that set me up? And doesn't that mean that if I run into myself, that it kind of fucks up the whole space-time continuum? It's just so fun to watch. So many classic lines in it. I mean, my God, the music is fun. Great family movie.
I mean, it's the 80s. You can never go wrong with an 80s film. We're
I mean,
going to
it's-
mention a lot of them because they are the best, man.
Yeah.
They really are.
And it's Michael J. Fox,
Yeah.
like in his prime. I mean, in his
Yes,
prime.
literally in his prime. They actually took him off the set of Family Ties so that he can film Back to the Future. It was
Which
like
ruined Family Ties.
Yes.
They literally broke the family tie.
that movie literally set off Michael J. Fox's career, and
Ruined everybody else's. So, what's your movie?
Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
Okay.
Okay, and you got all-star
Brilliant movie.
cast. You got Jim Carrey, Kate Winslet, Kirsten Dunst, Mark Ruffalo, and even Elijah Wood. The movie is about a man wondering why he forgot something that's very important to him.
It kind of starts the viewer in the middle of the movie. That's what it feels like. And that's the point of the movie. It starts to slowly seep in what the movie's about. And it's a great, fantastic flick. And the way it is done cinematically
Oh my God, it's
is
a
what makes the
beautiful-
movie. That's why.
Yeah, it's not just like your cliche romantic
No.
drama movie. It's like
a masterpiece. And it's not artsy fartsy.
No.
either.
No,
it's,
no,
it's
no.
Art, it seems like it's going to be artsy fartsy.
Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind was one of the first movies that I saw Jim Carrey in, where I was a little confused that he wasn't really
Being Jim Carrey, he wasn't like, woo!
a brilliant film about love, time, memories, all of that. I definitely highly recommend that film.
All right, so now let's go back up and go back to the dad jokes.
Daddy, please don't.
A sandwich walks into a bar and goes to place his order. The bartender looks at the sandwich and says, "We don't serve food here."
What did the janitor say when he jumped out of the closet?
I have no idea.
Supplies! It made me chuckle out loud when I read it, and that's why I took it. I was like, all right, that's fucking great.
I guess we're going into Space Jams, right? Let's talk about some music in the new year. 2022, but I'm talking about music from 2021. What the fuck? First of all, let's talk about 2021. What really was 2021? That shit was like not even a year, bro. That shit was barely a month. So much shit happened in 2021, and I feel like none of it really happened. Like an entire baseball season happened, and like an entire baseball season. Like it wasn't even delayed.
I think it was a big. Everyone needed to.
It was like a
reboot,
regenerating
reboot, because we all had to collect 2 years of our lives. All the trauma and the financial debt and the just misery. People were missing people's funerals. 2021 was really just us reaping all that was sowed.
Like it didn't even feel like we were coming off of a bad year. That's what was so strange to me, at least. Like it didn't feel like we were like 2020 just happened. 2021 happened so fast that it didn't even feel like 2020 happened, is what I'm saying. It's really kind of mind-fucked to me how
It
fast
feels
the
like
year
we just
really
kind of
goes.
skipped 2 years,
Yes.
basically.
You know what? We're here 2022, and you know what? Honestly, this one feels better. It feels like we can do something this year because of what we've overcome. Because we had a weird year, and then we had another year of kind of being human again. We could work off of that energy and be like, we could do this. Fuck COVID.
Music.
Oh, yeah. My song is Box of Bones by Cautious Clay. I found out about Cautious Clay through the song that he had called Cheesin', which I think
Yes.
was just a single.
I know I didn't really show an expression, but when he mentioned Cautious Clay, I was like, "Whew, that was a bullet I just dodged," because I was going to mention a Cautious Clay song.
Here's my thing, yo. Check this dude out because his voice is incredible. His
The vibe is
production
dope-
is
dope
incredible.
as fuck.
Whoever's producing him, if it's him or whoever else, my God, just super good. It is just good music. There's certain artists out there that I don't care who you play that shit for. If they complain, they're a hater. Period. And
Period.
this is one of those guys, so check him out.
So my song is going to be a little bit of a throwback song. Bobby Caldwell's Open Your Eyes. Darling, open your eyes.
Oh,
Let me show you the
the
light.
song that Common had
Yes.
as a sample.
Bro, that shit is a vibe, bro.
Okay, you know what it is that's the problem with samples, is that you can't really, like, I hear Common's voice in the background when that song's playing.
That's
so
dope
I can't
as
really,
fuck, though. That's dope as fuck. I'd be chilling in the car.
It's
like,
the version without Common.
Yeah.
I'm just like,
That
wait,
shit
so
is-
when does he start rapping?
If you're ever in a feeling of like in a lonely place, like he says, I see you in a lonely place. When you're in that, just throw that shit on, bro. And he starts singing to you. He's like, I will be by your side. The keys in the background, the filter on his voice. I was like, man,
It's a
this
well-produced
is
song. Yeah.
this is a timeless John. And I don't know if you know who Bobby Caldwell is.
No. All right, you got to cut it because we can't afford this.
Hence why I think you should listen to Open Your Eyes, because it opens your eyes and your ears. I always, when I listen to older music, I put myself in that time zone. So I try to listen to it like it's the first time I'm listening to it in 19 whatever this was.
Which is how you should view
1990s,
all
whatever.
art. You
Yes.
should. So what in the world is happening?
What the fuck is this?
Mine was posted a little bit ago on December 28th, but I still think it's worth noting because a lot of you still have your Christmas trees up. No judgment. A Pennsylvania farm is asking people who are cleaning up for the holidays to donate their Christmas trees to feed their herd of goats. Mike and Kim Batts, owners of the Batts Farm in Grantville, Pennsylvania, said Christmas trees are nutritious and delicious to goats, as the needles provide valuable antioxidants and nutrients, as well as acting as a natural dewormer. So people, go out there and donate your Christmas trees to Batts Farm in Grantville, Pennsylvania.
Yep.
I don't know, bring it to the post office if
like,
you live in Ohio or something, and just
How
be
much
like,
is it going to cost?
there's
to
this
ship
place in
this
Grantville,
fucker?
Pennsylvania that needs this tree to feed their goats.
They're like, wait, they only eat the pine needles? You're like,
Yes,
they're
no,
like-
they'll eat other things, but this is very nutritious for them,
No, the
and it
pine
tastes good,
needles.
and it's a natural dewormer.
It's like, can you just take off all of the pine needles and just put them in a box then?
It's like, no,
Like,
they
you have
eat the
to
wood.
Yeah.
They don't
Well,
stop
no.
eating.
They take the wood and they burn it in a fire for them to be warm. So there was a professor at a Japanese university that unveiled his latest innovation. A TV with a screen that the viewers can taste.
Oh my God.
I bet you didn't expect that. An associate professor in the School of Science and Technology at Meiji University says his taste invention uses a combination of 10 flavors to create the taste of the food pictured on the screen. The flavor is dispensed onto a film that slides onto the screen, allowing viewers to experience the taste of the food they are seeing.
Okay, wait. So what?
The flavor is dispensed onto a film that slides onto the screen.
Okay, so what? So you really are smelling it?
No.
I don't understand.
Licking it. It's a film that you're licking.
So it's like you're looking at a film like
No,
this? Like
film. Like a film that's going over the... I don't know how it is, bro. You want me to get into the science of it, bro.
Bro,
I'm
picturing,
guessing.
like, a giant
It says
screen
film. No.
That's like almost like a giant
Waterfall
fucking,
of liquid?
No, like almost like a fruit roll up type shit
Maybe.
that they're projecting, and people are just like,
I don't know. But the professor said he believes the technology could be used to give people unable or unwilling to travel the ability to sample flavors from around the world. Bro, imagine you walk into your boy's house and he's just like,
he's watching a porno. He's just like, it tastes like strawberries. I have an urban legend. Another one. about Pennsylvania. The Seven Gates of Hell. The Seven Gates of Hell is a modern urban legend regarding locations in York County, Pennsylvania. Two versions of the legend exist, one involving a burnt insane asylum and the other an eccentric doctor. Why can't they both involve both? Both agree that there are 7 gates in a wooded area of Hellam Township, Pennsylvania. And anyone that passes through all 7 gates goes straight to hell. The location in question never housed an institution. The doctor only constructed one gate, one to keep out trespassers. Despite the popularity of this as a tourist destination, the property is privately held. Visitors may be charged with trespassing as a result, so don't go over there to look for the 7 gates of hell. Because somebody owns that property. And they're going to get very mad at you, and they're going to call the police, and you're going to go through your own hell.
Someone owns the 7 gates of hell. It's the gatekeeper.
The gatekeeper. Dude, there's a lot of places in Pennsylvania. Buses that transport you through time out here. You got gates that send you to hell in random townships in Pennsylvania. So just stay out of Pennsylvania, guys. Look, I live here. I'll speak for it. All right? Just stay away from Pennsylvania.
We should talk about Bigfoot.
We're not talking about Bigfoot.
Why is he still a question? Bro, you don't believe that there's a we believe we derive from apes. But it's so hard for us to believe there's a man running around out of 7 billion. I guarantee you, mathematically
there's a giant
speaking,
man out there.
At least one.
Long hair, and he's just walking around, and people just
And
call
he's
him
like,
Bigfoot. He's like, I'm not an animal, I'm a human being, and my name is Jesse.
Like, I can promise you, mathematically speaking, out of 7 billion, there's at least like 8.
8 big feet.
Okay.
No, okay, the Bigfoot thing is a little silly. It's kind of like what we should really be questioning is how many Draculas there are out there. And how many fucking...
There was a Dracula in Transylvania. That is a real thing.
Vampires is what I should have said. You know, because are there vampires out there, man?
People sucking people's blood and being like,
and they're like, I'm a vampire.
Yes.
They just say they're vampires.
Yes. They do exist. There's like documentaries.
Okay, so here's our thing.
Them.
Here's our thing. We have this thing about almost believing there has to be some variation of something out there, like even like anything, because we say as a term, dude, the chance of you winning is like 1 in a million. And when we say that, we basically mean it's never going to happen.
No,
you have
actually.
one chance out of a million.
Wow.
So imagine 1 in 999,999,999 times 8. Imagine that. And then tell me that there's not a guy with really long hair that's outside. Not only is there a Bigfoot, but there's also specifically one that once stood outside and did exactly what I said and went, my name is Jesse.
Like, the chances are
1 in 8 billion, actually. Now we're
he's got a 1 in 8 billion chance
that could have actually happened after the 7 billion. Like, he was a part of the new 1 billion.
Well, anything is possible.
Well, we're not going to say we believe in anything. Yeah, so anything
We
is
believe
possible. We're
anything-
skeptics. We are skeptics. Okay, we don't
Very
believe
much so.
everything. But come on.
I was thinking about going to Burger King and the kids' meals. You know, whether Burger King or McDonald's. McDonald's had its own vibe too, but speaking of specifically Burger King right now, because Burger King
90s
had
Burger
the
King was crazy.
vibes,
Yeah.
okay?
90s Burger King was crazy. Yo, those fucking Pokemon cards?
I knew he was going to mention that. So that's
Don't
why,
forget- Yo, I had a Mewtwo one.
bro, they were metal
I
cards
had a
in a
Mewtwo
ball that you would get. The whole thing. The shit was
Bro, they
fire
gave
as a
out-
kid.
yo,
You're holding a gold brick in your hand with your favorite character on it. You're like,
They had the Frankenstein or the Frankenstein's monster.
Yeah.
Yeah, the werewolf.
yeah, let's just talk about Burger King toys in general, because that's not what I was going to do.
What were you talking about? What
I was gonna
specific toy were you
specifically-
remembering.
The Burger King watches.
Mm.
It's not
Yo,
live.
you know what I just thought of? The Men in Black ones.
Oh.
You had the fucking thing with the light and everything. It was a pen, I think, too.
Yeah. Burger King had the vibes, bro. Had the vibes, bro. I don't know what happened.
They
Nobody
had
gives
the
a fuck.
Hunchback of Notre Dame. Remember, you got the big ass plush ones with the wrapped
That
in
was
the
from
plastic?
Burger King?
Yeah.
God damn.
Oh, Burger King was the king. You ready for this shit? Do you remember baseball Radica? We had it was a bat, and it was like basically connected to the TV. The pitch was thrown on the TV, and you would just swing, and then I think even the bat made a sound effect or some shit, and it'd be like, and it was like basically our first taste into virtual reality. That was like 2002. That it says that came out. Isn't that crazy, bro? I was like, oh shit, I forgot I even had this. It was posted on the baseball subreddit, and I was like, I forgot I had that. Like, I forgot that I was doing that at one point. What the fuck, man? It is so crazy that you could just like
Forget
forget
about that.
moments that you were like infatuated with something. Like,
Oh,
I
yeah.
fucking loved playing that. I played it a lot. I remember.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's go into our final segment. Right?
I must have seen this shit wrong.
Someone named Robin Sharma said, "Don't live the same year 75 times and call it a life." So it has to do with the new year. And I was like, man, we all, have that joke about the New Year's resolution and like not really, jumping right into it anymore. You do it a couple weeks and then you kind of die down and you're right back to what you were doing. I encourage you not to do that. I know it sounds cliche, but this is a new opportunity for you to get up off your ass and get that job you always wanted. Quit that job you always wanted to quit. Move out of that place that you always wanted to move out of. Go see your family, finally, when you have a chance. Don't let time slip by 75 times. I love that she said 75. I don't know if it's a she or he. Robin is a pretty unisex name, but Robin Sharma said that. It's the little things that you think you shouldn't be changing that can be monumental to the movement that you have in life itself.
Yeah, the story that you have in store. And with that, I will leave us out with a quote by the famous and late David Bowie. I don't know where I'm going from here, but I promise it won't be boring. And with that being said, people, Happy New Year, Happy 2022, and may it be good to you.